What's going on, everyone? It's Greg back with some more Mir, not necessarily MIR4, but today I just want to make a quick video and talk about what is coming up next with Mir. And I'm not saying MIR4 is going to stop, because it's technically not, but Mir M is coming, and we've heard about Mir M. We have seen the Korean streamers have switched over to Mir M, but we haven't gotten a whole lot of information about what the global version of Mir M is going to be. And just as you know, like in Korea, they still don't have like a whole cryptocurrency piece to it, no NFT stuff to it. So there was always the question of what was Mir M going to be when it comes to global. Now I don't know how long this information has been up, but a couple weeks ago I noticed that on WeMix Play you could see that Mir M was coming soon, and they do actually have quite a few details on here. That there's no website yet, except for the global website, which is this site right here. This is Mir M's Korea website. They don't have the same community, I don't think, as the as we have for MIR4. Okay, we do have community. No, it looks like it's a little more embedded into the site itself, unlike the way it works now. And as you can see here, Mir M is supposed to be the successor to MIR4. At least that's what they're calling it, right? They're calling it the official. Come down a little bit here, and I don't know if you guys can read this, so let me zoom in just a bit. So we got Mir M Vanguard and Vagabond, the official sequel to MIR4, the world's biggest P2E MMORPG. Now, of course, does consider Mir M a big success, which I mean, I would agree with that. It has been one of the best, while it still has its flaws, one of the best integrations of a game into the blockchain. There still are challenges, and what I hope is that they've learned a lot from this experience, and that is going to be carried over into Mir M. So it says that Mir M faithfully subscribes to the structures in traditional MMORPGs with input from artwork, quarter view, isometric, and 8-way directional grid movement of Mir IP. Actively adopts well-built game contents from MIR4. Yes, I mean, there are a lot of really good things that have been built well in MIR4. Added to this comprehensive foundation are contents and systems unique to Mir M. Mir M seems like it is a much more in-depth game. By what I mean by that is there's just a lot of different things. Like, I believe there is favorability with the NPCs, that you have to go and like do things, interact more with NPCs and things like that. So I do believe there is a lot more depth to the game. And if we'll get down here in a second, and we'll talk about another piece that kind of really makes me think it's like that. So let's see what else here is important. The early game starts with Incarnates that change both your looks and stats. Okay. Leads to the mid game with Mandala, where you pave your own path to growth. This is what I'm talking about. Honing your tech to become a master, and with clans where you can fight your own battles with like-minded people. The end game is defined by wars, the Hidden Valley capture, and Castle Siege, where the best clan wins. Every moment of gameplay experience in Mir M will be filled with plenty of exciting new things to enjoy. Now, if you guys think about it, MIR4 had a lot slower of a start in terms of getting to the action. Like, yes, we participated in Hidden Valley after a few weeks, but no one really knew the intricacies of how MIR4 worked. And it took a while before you had, people trying to take over servers and things like that, and then multiple servers. So you got to realize now, when Mir M does come out, people are going to have all the knowledge from MIR4 and are going to use that to their advantage in Mir M. And I think Mir M is going to move at a lot faster pace. Mir M's in-game economy system enables you to exchange items and goods obtained during gameplay via the world exchange, where limits of server exchanges and servers do not apply. Ooh. And in this expanded mega ecosystem. So here, they built upon the MIR4 ecosystem, whereas now, instead of just everything being based on that one server, we're talking a world exchange where you can exchange items with anyone from any server. That's a big improvement. So it says, in this expanded mega ecosystem that we have built, the in-game economy is connected to the real economy through blockchain and we mix platforms. Very similar to MIR4. Mir M will now establish its role as not just a game, but also a huge game X blockchain. Well, basically a combination of game and blockchain platform. Now, in the world of Mir M, power is not the only criteria for value of growth is evaluated. You can walk the path of a hero, where you rule over the field of battle with great power score, or you can walk the path of a master, where you hone your craft to reach its highest level. Again, that's what I'm talking about with depth. If we look at, I saw this on the website, they have rankings, right? So we go to rankings and artisan ranking. There are ranks here for mining, gathering, fishing, whatever this is, emotion, blessing, leader, pension, handwork, all these things. Like, so there's like different things you can focus on. You can play the game and just craft stuff and not ever, want to have to worry about your power score or whatever. There's a lot of depth to the game. Now, drone. So this is the new Draco. Drone is the token that will be created after the game is released. And it says drone provides mega tokenomics that realize the inter-game economy by connecting all in-game economies of the Mir series physically and chronologically by being allocated as reward for staking not only for Mir M's Darksteel but also for MIR4's Hydra. So they are going to tie the economies together in some form or fashion. Users can more easily conduct economic activities via Mir M's world exchange. And to me, this seems like it's really turning the game, instead of having this X Draco store where there's X Draco items that, I'm not going to sit here and say that every item is going to be like essentially X Draco, but the economy will be more globally based versus just on the one server. So like where we have the market, not just going to be the server market. Drone token acts as governance token of the economic system of Mir M. So keep in mind, while I say drone is the new Draco, they are taking it to a new level. Like they had to come out with the Hydra to balance things with Draco. Well, it looks like they're taking everything they learned, applying that to drone, and hopefully is a better token. Then they said that the community can participate in decision-making process by voting on establishing the vision of the game, as well as setting the direction of the game. Now this is interesting considering it's based on the Korean version of Mir M. Now granted, we did get some things in global MIR4 that didn't come to Korean MIR4 or came later, but it looks like the global will be a driving force for the future of Mir M. So Mandala, this is where I'm talking about the depth. It says there's a new specialized growth system for Mir M, 2 categories, battle and tech. Mandala is composed of numerous pulse points with different stats each. By connecting pulse points, activating stats wherever you want, you can make your character unique. So one thing I noticed here is if you look at the thing, I haven't watched too many of the Korean streams, but right now there's only warrior, Tao, and sorcerer. That is kind of sad because I do like the Arbalist. I would like to play Arbalist, but not sure exactly what I'm gonna do here. But you basically gonna have tank, heal, DPS. Now again, I haven't watched too many other streams, so I don't know exactly if that's how it works, but that's just kind of what I get from that. And I'm guessing normally you see more DPS, so probably gonna see a heck of a lot of sorcerers going around. We got a few screenshots here, nothing too spectacular, but it is a very MIR4-esque vibe, but like seems like it's like ramped up 10 times, like a lot smoother, and like I'm gonna say it again, a lot more depth. So that's that Mandala. That's gonna be like your stats traits and stuff. Then of course we're gonna have Hidden Valley capture. We all know how that goes. Hopefully they expand on this a little bit. I would like to see multiple entry points, something to prevent from like straight up domination, or at least make it harder. Allow there to be multiple entry points, multiple strategies for fighting in the Hidden Valley capture. I like to see it to be a bit more random in terms of like, okay, there's like multiple clans battling for that last hit. I think at the end of the day you can still get some cooperation and stuff, but if it's just made to where it is easier, then it leaves things open for more resistance and more of a challenge. Play, earn, pay, and more. Mir M is built upon know-how accumulated from MIR4. Now, I am a little bit worried about this. Because at this point we can see that we made is pretty darn big into the whole pay to win aspect. And as we can see, everything has been added to MIR4. Keep in mind, it's probably going to be pretty similar in Mir M. Although MIR4, it took a while for things to ramp up with the whales. I think now with the knowledge, whales can probably advance a little quicker in Mir M. Just knowing what we know from MIR4 and how things work, because there's going to be a lot of similarities. But either way, you know, still play, earn, pay. I would expect some kind of initial boost in the economy, tied to like how things start, like just how Draco had the early days where it was really boom, shot up. People were able to make some money off of it. I expect to see something kind of similar, and I'm really hoping that they do push to advertise this game out more, and this game gets out there a little bit more than MIR4. And I have to wait and see. Multi-platform expanding from mobile to PC. Mir M supports multi-platform where you can play from mobile devices as well as PC. Okay, here's the one thing I'm going to say. I am pleading with WeMade on a couple things. One, please, WeMade, sponsor me for Mir M. Like, just hit me up. Let me work with you guys, and you know, especially with the English community, and let's try to get Mir M out to more of the English community. And number two, keep this freaking game off of Steam. Now, what I'm going to tell you is, like, everyone knows all the hacks and issues and stuff in MIR4, and hopefully they think about this and take care of it before Mir M comes out, make some more things server side. But either way, one thing I've noticed is I have, you know, seen like some of the advertisements for these hacks and cheats from MIR4, and one thing that seems to be in common, looks like most of these say they only work on the Steam version. So apparently the Steam version is a lot less secure than the PC client or the mobile clients. Please keep this game off Steam. I don't think Steam really did anything for the game. Plus, Steam doesn't want to support blockchain games, so just keep it off of Steam, right? Like, just keep this game off of Steam, because I think that's where a lot of the trouble comes from, and I really hope they just avoid that. Now, this says Mir M Global is coming soon. I believe it says coming 2022. It's gonna be within the next few months. I'm ready. I'm very interested in it. But what is it gonna do to the life of MIR4? And what's gonna happen to our NFTs? I'm really hoping they find some way to integrate our existing NFTs into Mir M. Can't exactly give a huge boost, but I feel like it should be valued for something. And then, you know, what is going to eventually happen to the economy of MIR4? Hydra, I don't believe, can stand on its own, except if they tie it into Mir M, that's going to be helpful. But what about our characters? What are they going to be worth? What is all our time and effort going to go to in the next game? This is something I've been wondering ever since the game first came out, and this whole concept of character NFTs. How is this going to apply to future games? Because games come and go, and yes, some games can stick around for a while, and MIR4 is still going to keep going on. But what if, you know, people do want to move on to Mir M? Do we really need to start, you know, brand new, or do we get some kind of little bit of benefit from our NFT? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Either way, I will say this: I am excited for the game. I do believe WeMade has done one of the best things so far in terms of blockchain gaming to have an actual game like that's actually a fun game. I mean, you got like Axie Infinity, stuff like that, very successful, and those things like raised in value, but not necessarily like a fun game, you know, like where there's a lot of depth and stuff to Mir and a lot to do, and it's like, you know, a traditional MMO. And I think that is really enjoyable when you can tie that into the blockchain. And I hope to see this keep evolving. I kind of hope the whole blockchain thing doesn't fade away, but we'll have to see how they do. So WeMade, please hit me up. Let's you know, let's make some videos together. Let's get this done. I really want to play Mir M. I will say this, guys: if anyone has access to the Korean version or can help me get on the Korean version so that I can play and test it out, please hit me up. And I would like to be able to access the arena version, to be able to play it a little bit, maybe do some streams and stuff like that and show it off, so we can try to be prepared when the game does come global. Thank you guys for tuning in. I know it was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be, but hey, I'm pretty pumped. I liked what I was reading through this when I was reading this information. So I hope you guys are excited. If so, make sure you hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Turn those notifications on. I'll catch you in the next video.